Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anthony Wood and this is Shop Mad, and in today's video I'm going to be making some outside lanterns. I'm going to use some glass jars, some 2mm wire, a tealight, some 19mm waste ply I've got lying around, and some 16mm rope for a handle. Right guys, the jars I'm going to use are made by Dow Egbert's Coffee. Now in America I guess you guys would call this a mason's jar or mason jar. So because they've got a lip on the top, I really didn't want to drill the glass itself, so I've made a template up which will fit over the top of the jar itself, and it'll clamp, because this gap here which I've just made a slot in, it'll get closed up and glued together, so it will clamp on the top of the jar. Now the two holes either side are going to be for the rope handle. When it fits on, it'll look like this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace this shape onto a piece of 19mm ply. The 19mm ply that I've just got lying around, it's basically just scrap, but I figured it's ideal for this project. So I'm now going to get this traced out. Right guys, I've got the ply all marked now with the template shapes actually on. I'm going to be batching out quite a few of these, so I've took the opportunity just to mark 3 out on this piece of scrap 19mm. Now I'm going to take this over to the bandsaw now, and I'm going to get these shapes roughly cut out. I'm now just going to drill out the centre hole. Now this is for when it drops over the top of the jar. I'm now going to recess these holes so I can insert the 16mm rope, so I'm going to bore this down to 15mm. I'm just going to cut the outline of this shape out using the scroll saw. Right guys, I've got the shape all cut out now. It's all sanded down. The shape is nearly there. The two holes are recessed out, ready for the rope. The centre hole, which will fit over the rim of the jar. Now I'm going to use a 1/4 inch round over in the router table, and I'm going to chamfer all the way around on both sides as well as the inside. Right guys, I've got the shape all sanded down now. It's exactly the way I want it. I just need to cut a small slot in it now so I can pry this open slightly just to place it over the rim of the jar. Now I know a lot of you guys don't have a bandsaw, a scroll saw, bench sanders, etc., but you can easily make this with a handheld drill, a forcing a bit, a jigsaw, and then a file. May take a little bit longer, but I'm sure you'll get there. Right, I'm just going to cut a slot in this now, so bear with us and I'll come back. Right guys, I've got the slot cut into the shape now. When it goes over the top of the jar and I apply some glue in here, give it a clamp, and that'll lock it solid onto the rim of the jar. I'm just going to try this on now just to make sure it fits. There we go. I'm just going to make the rope length for the handle 300mm long. I was going to use some 2-part epoxy to glue the rope in, but I figured wood adhesive, this stuff sets like steel, so I figured I'm just going to use this to glue the rope handle in place. And although the glue's going to set clear, just remove any excess, because I'm going to use a little bit of shellac just to coat the plywood. A lot of you guys are going to say, oh no, not plywood outside. Really? They're not going to stay outside in the rain, they're going to be brought in on a night. So plywood's good and well for this job. I'm just going to apply some tape to the edge of the jar. Now this will stop the glue from getting on. Also, when I put the shellac finish on, I really don't want it getting on the glass itself. I'm now just going to put some glue in this crack. I'm going to nip it up in the vise, and I'm just going to leave it overnight and just give the glue time to cure. Right guys, the glue's dried now and it's all sealed up, so I'm just going to apply a thin coat of shellac. I need to make some kind of holder for a tea light, but I want it to be suspended. So I'm going to make this out of 2mm fence wire. Now I'm going to cut 3 pieces at 150mm. I've cut another small piece of wire and I'm going to wrap it around this piece of 19mm ply that I've cut out. Now this is the same diameter as a tea light. I'm now just going to solder in the loop. I've straightened up the 3 pieces of 150mm long wire, so I'm basically just going to make like a triangular shape, and I'm just going to solder these together in the centre. I'm now just going to line up the centre and I'm going to mark each support arm, and then individually I'm going to bend them at a 90-degree angle. use the ring that you previously made. Now this will slide in the centre, and then I'm going to solder this in place. Now this is the retaining ring for the tealight. Just going to try in a tealight just to make sure it holds. There we go. Well, I want this to suspend to about this height, so it's about 1.5 inches off the bottom of the jar. So I'm going to mark where I need to be on the first arm, and I'm going to get that bent over. Right, so when it's complete, it should basically look like a bit of a tripod with a holder on the bottom. Now when you light your tea light, it'll just drop straight in, then you can just hook it inside. Right guys, the jar's now complete. I've got the candle inserts made. The wooden ring that I've made actually freely swivels, and the rope handle is now glued on. The final step is I bought this frosting spray, so I'm going to spray the outside of the jar just to give it that like frosty look. I've inserted some beach pebbles into the bottom of the jars just to give them a little bit more of a decorative look. Now I'm just going to make up some L-shaped brackets so I can attach them to the side of the fence. Well guys, I've really enjoyed making these tea light candle holders. They've turned out really nice. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of them, and don't forget to subscribe. In the next video I'm going to be making some angled brackets so I can sit these on the fence just as a bit more of a decorative feature in the garden. So until next time, catch you later.